Okay, so I'll set a rally point for my hand mortars now. Okay, so I'm make full use of my villagers, keep them busy, keep my economy up. Now, a new feature which has come about with the Asian Dynasties expansion is the ability to have export. Now, export's really good because when you build a consulate, rather than taking resources to get units from the consulate, it costs export. Now, you can only get export by using your villagers to get an economy. Okay, and a useful card you can get there, which means you have every single village and town center that you have produced does a one-time summon of one villager. Okay, start moving my army in now. So always push the attack. Don't ever sit back. Some people make the mistake in sitting back waiting for the enemy to come to you. A little tactic is sit on the edge of their base. And what happens then is, when they come out to attack you, you counter-attack them, and before they have a chance to get an army, you're already destroying their base. So I choose the British as my ally, because I love the British a lot more than any of the other armies. No, but because simply you get an extra 10% hit points for all of your units. And the Union Jack looks really cool. Okay, so my hand mortars are on their way over. Changdao Swordsman, not very high hit points, but they do have hand attack 35 times 3 against cavalry, and that makes it pretty nasty against cavalry. Now, the good thing about all the Chinese units is they resist 0.3 rather than 0.2. Now, I thought he was actually be able to do something for my army, like give them extra hit points or something, but obviously not. I think he just sits there. Now, the Japanese at the moment have got a huge army of, can't remember, it's like 30 something, exalted flaming arrows, and flaming arrows are extremely nasty against infantry. So as long as I don't put my infantry near them, my cavalry should be able to take them out. So they're absolutely awesome against artillery. So bombard attack 135 times 3 against infantry with an area of 2. And when there's a lot of them like that, if they fight into a unit of infantry, that unit of infantry wouldn't be there anymore. Okay, so the army's starting to move out now. So I think I'll get my cavalry and counter-attack them straight away. Never wait for artillery to hit you. Always go for it. Because if you wait for it to come to you, they'll stop. And if artillery gets a volley off, even if you're cavalry, it can be painful. And I have to say, that sounds so cool, flaming arrows. And you have to admit that the buildings in Asian Dynasties for the 3 new Asian races look absolutely awesome. Look at the Japanese buildings, they look wicked. And even the Chinese ones look awesome as well. Eco-Iki priests, or monks, as I think they are, have the ability to dodge things, which is a little bit annoying. It takes 2 volleys to kill them instead of 1. Mountain castles, for the Japanese, do have a lot of range attack. Here we are, get my exalted hand mortars into position, and look at the special effects. Look at the special effects of when the mortar shell hits buildings. It looks so cool. Alright, start flattening out their base. Always hit the buildings that can hurt you first, simply so you can reduce casualties. Look at my population at the moment. The Chinese, a little thing they have is they get an extra population. 220, which is pretty good. And I got mine up to a lot higher than that. Now those cards, which mean I get a one-time summon of a villager, means that I get extra population from that. So I think right at the end of the game, I end up with about 230 population. And the range on hand mortars is really, really good. So start flattening them. Take out their economy. There we are. low health. Alright, so get these villagers straight into something, and I'm pretty sure they surrender pretty soon. Nevertheless, always keep your villagers busy.
To your eyes, it appears that Tokugawa has fallen on defeat, but appearances can be deceiving.
No, they can't. I'm pretty sure he was flattened, actually. Okay, so let's look at the post game. Much higher score. Economy's great. Military's good. Military, I think I lost 16 guys. And with the Chinese, your hit points aren't exactly brilliant. When you lose 16 guys, you can count that as an absolute massacre. And the timeline shows that. Yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe.